Hello, and welcome to another tutorial. This one is on Screencastify. Now this is an update. I originally did a tutorial in 2015 and then another one in 2017. So this is the 2020 update. Screencastify is a Google Chrome extension, allows you to record your screen, annotate on your screen, and then you can share the entire presentation. Works on a PC, Mac, and Chromebook. It's actually great on a Chromebook. Also works well on anything that is a touchscreen device. So if you have a touchscreen PC or a touchscreen Chromebook, and it works great for students and for teachers. There's different ways to access Screencastify. You can go to the Chrome Web Store and search for it, or you can go to screencastify.com, and that will get you this particular screen here. And then you can just click on Add to Chrome. It'll add this extension. And it says the recorder has been added, and you'll notice this particular icon. You want to look at that in your toolbar up here in order to launch it. So we've now launched the tool Screencastify. And there's different ways that you can sign up for it, but Google is actually the best because what this will allow you to do is automatically have a storage place for all the recordings that you're going to do, and then it makes it a lot easier to share. Now you're also going to have the ability to, besides storing them in Google Drive, you can store them in YouTube, you can download it, there's actually embed code that you can grab, but it's always best to start off with your account by signing in with your Google credentials. So I'm going to do that now. So once you sign in, you're going to have to confirm various things and set up permissions. So Screencastify wants to access your Google account. This will allow it to load things into Drive. And then we have the Screencastify Setup, and you'll go through this procedure. You want to set your permissions for things like your camera and microphone and drawing and annotation tools, and you want to make sure that you set permissions to allow the drawing and annotation tools, even if you don't think that's something that you're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So once we get that all set, a couple of other things that we have to do here. We can identify, again, we're using the Screencastify free version. There's actually an upgrade, but one of the negatives to the free version is any of these recordings you're going to do or your students are going to do has a 5-minute limit per video. Now you can chunk your material into a couple of small videos, but I used to like the older version of Screencastify that would allow you to go up to 15 minutes with the free version. Unfortunately, you're only at 5 minutes now. There are other tools that I've created tutorials on, like Screencast-O-Matic and what have you, that are free, that will give you that 15-minute limit if you feel like you have to have that. However, this might be something that would work for you. So we're defaulted here to the desktop recording. We can do a webcam only, and this allows us to just show a browser tab rather than the entire desktop. You're going to want to make sure that the microphone is selected, and you're going to make sure that it has the appropriate microphone that you're actually going to be using, and you want to enable the webcam if that's something that you're going to use, and then you can go into doing actually your recording. And then once you do the recording, you'll find a toolbar down here in the lower left. We'll get to that in a second. So let's talk about how or why you might want to use this. You could use this for demonstrations, a little mini video lecture, a small tutoring session, distance learning, You can also use this to provide feedback. So if you want to annotate some comments on students' paper, you can actually have the paper on the screen, and then using a pen tool, you can actually do annotations right there on the paper, and then you can talk over the top of the paper and your annotations to provide some personal one-on-one feedback in either an audio and or video perspective. So we're going to go ahead and record, and it's going to allow you to choose your entire screen or your application window. For purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to choose this application window here and hit share. Now we have a countdown, 1, 2, 3, or actually 3, 2, 1. You see down at the bottom, we actually are sharing a screen. If we wanted to stop sharing that screen, that would be here. The screen we're actually sharing is this particular screen. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. I just wanted to show you what was being shared, and that was because I actually and I no longer need this particular video here. But as we can see, when we're done, we have some choices here. We can publish to YouTube. We can get the embed code. We can download the file. Number of different options that we might want to use. Another one here that's probably as easy as anything else is to copy a shareable link. Another item to point out here is open in editor. This allows you to open up the editor for the Screencastify. This is something, unfortunately, that I hope comes in an upgrade later on to allow all us to do, because the nice thing is it allows you to go in and grab your video and we can actually trim it. If we made it and found that there was some sessions on the front end or the back end or even in the middle that was a little bit different, we can actually pull that. So we're back to our main window here. So again, if I'm launching my section and I'm going to do my recording, pick my entire screen this time, and that is because I wanted to show the toolbar down here. So you have a little toolbar on the left, gives you markers, erasers, gives you a pointer, allows you to pause the particular recording, all kinds of different things. You can have a paper on here, you can have a white screen on here, and if you're going to do something like some math work or something like that, if you happen to have a touch screen, something that you can use with a stylus, it actually makes it a lot easier to use. Because I'm not really good at writing with a mouse, but maybe you can do that. So I find it's easier if I use a touch screen, and a stylus seems to work pretty well. So this is an update on Screencastify, which is a Google Chrome extension. Allows you a 5-minute time limit with the free version. There's no limit to the number of videos that you can have. Works well for faculty that just want to demonstrate something, and also is a great way to have students present some material rather than always having them write a paper. Maybe there's a way they can put together really anything from a Google slide presentation, PowerPoint presentation, any type of digital storytelling you want to have them do, and then this is a way for them to record themselves presenting the material and then sharing it in any particular way that I've demonstrated. Thanks. Hope you've enjoyed it.